So my top 5 things that I love about this supercharger, you guys, let's get into it. So if you guys watched my other video, my top 5 things that I hate about the supercharger, this would be a good continuation of that video for the things that I love about the car, right? So after you have fixed all of the bad things like this, then you no longer have belt snapping issues. You have good grip, no belt slip, no belt dust. It's easy to change out the belts now. Now this is a very, very effective setup. And with that being said, that would be my number one thing that I love about this car. It's a very good setup now. It's very good, you guys. Number 2, what I love about this car is it doesn't heat soak, really. It's an air-to-air intercooler down here. All those Whipple guys, Roush guys, the positive displacement guys that have their blower up here, they heat soak like there's no tomorrow. They're good for about 1 or 2 pulls, and then they got to cool down, grab the bag of ice, chuck it up on top, get an ice tank, all that good stuff. Running centrifugals, for me, my experience, they're just ready to go again. You do a cooling lap of maybe 2 minutes, ready to go again. And I would know because we spent, 3 days at Power Cruise. We did like 150 some pulls, pretty much all back to back. So if you just do the math, 3 days to do 150 some pulls, that's a lot of pulls, and that's a lot of back to back time that we did on the setup here. And I gotta say, the temps were great. It performed great. It was very, very consistent. And I know all those Whipple guys, positive displacement guys, could not do that. And I know it's kind of off topic, but those C7Z guys had mad issues. They were able to do a couple pulls, a couple laps, and then they just hopped out because they knew for the 4th and 5th lap they were down on power, mad. So all these kind of go hand in hand, but the third thing I love about this is I think it's a very good entry level blower. It flows 1,000 CFMs or so, and it doesn't make crazy amounts of torque. I know we made 560 torque, and then we made 628 torque. Very good torque still, and very, very solid platform for 40 rolls, you guys. That's why I love 40 rolls. This is kind of like a hook and book on a 40 roll. Very little driver effort, just hook, book. I mean, obviously you got to have a tire on, but hook and book, you're obviously really mid 5 second 6130s with this setup, even at 560, 620 some torque. And then we managed to crank out 750 some wheel all the way up to 844 some wheel, which my 1,000 horsepower, right? So this blower is still very, very effective, you guys. In the low end, very good. Going along with all that stuff, my number 4 is it literally drives like stock, you guys. Just because we make all this crazy horsepower, it doesn't mean that this car is not undrivable. So pretty simple, blow-off valve down there. One of the lines right here, vacuum line. So when you're just putzing around, 10, 20% throttle, you're really not going to feel the blower because all the air, bleeds out through the blow-off valve. But once you're ready to go in race mode, you see that Hellcat next to you, just paddle down, this good motion here. Paddle down, give it that throttle, and the sauce is all there, ready to go. Those Hellcat guys just won't know what hit them because this is a pretty much stealth setup. The blow-off valve is very quiet. This unit is actually very quiet. It's got the quiet gears, quiet blow-off valve, BV57, very quiet. So this is what I call the stealth setup. My next blower is going to be freaking loud, blow-off valve loud, gear sets loud. Everyone pretty much knows this Mustang is fast, so there's really no point in me trying to hide me being boosted now. So oh well. So my last reason, my number 5, why this is such a good blower, all the research and data on this kit, there's so many people running this kit. It's super proven, you guys. And 3.6 pulley E85, I honestly think guys on 93 were running very close to 9-second quarter miles, honestly, already. So being on 3.6 pulley, 93 octane, I mean, you're cranking over 600 some wheel, very close to 9-second run. I think on E85, these things do run 9 seconds. So we aren't on a 3.6 pulley anymore. We're on a 3.4 pulley grip tech. And You know, according to the Google and YouTube legends, this is well into the deep nines setup. But I ain't got no driver. I ain't gonna flex my quarter mile times like that. I'm not even gonna flex my 60 to 130 times. I'm just gonna flex my 40 roll magic on you. So I don't really post 60 130 times. They're very skewed in my opinion, and I don't really flex my quarter mile times because I have no driver mod. Yep, I'm a very bad driver. But I can tell you the 40 rolls are pretty magical in this car. And I do surprise a lot of people with the 40 roll. So going back to it, like my number 5, like I said, is this is such a very good proven setup. You can't go wrong with the setup, but you're going to be like the other 2 million people out there with a VORTECH Paxton setup. Very tried and true setup. A lot of data out there. I just wish that someone would have told me about the belt hack, going to a grip tech, not to install this. You know, you'd be snapping belts. I mean, I really just wish that if this is such a tried and true setup, like I really wish people would have told me about that stuff. And it sucked that I had to go and experience all of that to finally dial in my setup here. I also do want to say those guys that are running a filter here versus like a turbo guard and then versus into open guard, you do gain a substantial amount of horsepower. So when we dynoed this on the 3/4 pulley, I made 788 to the wheels with this blower guard on. And you can tell it's a very fine blower guard. This is the SF Plus. It's not the SF, so it's pretty hard to push in. But taking that off, we made 844, so pretty close to like 100 horsepower gain to the wheels, you guys. And I know what everyone's saying, that's not 1,000 horsepower still. Well, it's pretty close to 1,000 horsepower. We're just going to rock with 1,000 horsepower because it sounds cool for YouTube and sounds great for clickbait. But I promise you, it does hook and buck pretty good. I'm going to keep saying that because I love this platform. But going back to it, it's good low end, but has really no top end. So like after 120, 130, this blower does kind of fall on its face. I do know that they make a bigger blower, the JTB, but we're not doing that. We are going with the supercharger over here. So little hint, what kind of supercharger is over there, you know. If you guys know, you know. But that's why we're going to a different unit, get a little more top end for some of these road race events that require like 60 to 160. It's not that I couldn't do a 60 to 160 in this. It's just the blower is not really efficient and higher top end with the V3. It's still good. I still love it. It's just, I want to try something else. Whew. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the freaking long, boring video of me explaining what I love and don't like about the VORTECH V3. And honestly, if I could buy it again, I wouldn't. I would probably go ESS, definitely go ESS. But knowing me and a lot of other people, there's really no data on the ESS. There's a lot of data on the Pax and VORTECH. You see it advertised everywhere. You can't go wrong, okay? That's all I'm saying. You can't go wrong. But I do, like I said, recommend you guys do these things. Not do these things, but do these and get that taken care of, and you will have a very good setup, you guys. And I'm going to keep stressing that because I truly believe like it's a very good setup. Those things just got to get changed out before you have the issues, and when you're installing them on here, then it'll already be done. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So keep that in mind, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video of of what I love and don't love about the VORTECH V3. And we're definitely going to do the same thing for my next supercharger. And yes, I am going supercharger, and we're not doing twin turbos because honestly, it's no point going twin turbo on a stock block, stock trans, because you still make the same dang numbers. And yes, you can go moon tune, but we're not doing that. So peace. So going back to my awesome supplements I got from Jared, we're going to try out the chocolate.
Why didn't you pause all of this?
Why would you tell me that? Because I'm just trying to do the video. So we're going to try out the chocolate berry blast and see what does it taste. All right, first looks. It really smells like straight up berries in here. Let's take a bite. right, so first initial thoughts here, guys. It's very chocolatey, very thick. Man, my mouth game ain't that good, you guys, and it's still very, very tasty though. I love the taste of this. There's a lot of protein bars out there that are trash, straight trash, but this is probably top 5 that I've ever had, just as far as taste and like texture. And this is a thick protein bar for sure. It's thick. My mouth game is, yeah, but it's still good. Took a second bite here and it sticks to my teeth a lot. I don't know if I like that. It sticks to my teeth. I feel like I gotta shove my finger in my mouth to clean my teeth because it's stuck in my teeth. But nonetheless, like, I still love this. It's pretty good. I would definitely buy these, honestly. They're definitely buy worthy.